Hi, and welcome to this edition of TechClarity TV. My name is Jim Brown, president of TechClarity, where we make the business value of technology clear. Today I'm here to talk to you about an important topic: how to set the right criteria to buy design review software. I've just published a new buyer's guide on design review software. It complements a previous one on product data management, the PDM buyer's guide. And in the same way, it sets the right buying criteria for companies to really make sure that they make the right investment. And it expands even beyond the product, because there's a lot more that has to do with buying software than just making sure you get the right features. And those things can really drive total cost of ownership and ROI. In this particular report, I actually had the opportunity to interview two great companies, KHS and SMS CMAG, and get their perspectives on both the value of design review software and design review processes, but also on what to look for. So first, let's start with a framework. Like any framework, you might look at this a little bit differently, but we broke it down into 4 different sub-processes. The first is the ability to create. And creating really means, from your CAD files, being able to create visualizations and mock-ups, digital mock-ups that can be shared with other people that represent the product but don't require other people to actually own CAD software or know how to use it in order to see it. The second is analyze, and analyze includes processes, both manual processes as well as automated processes, to interrogate the design to really understand, is the design doing what it's intended to do, and are there any issues with the design that we can capture up front. The next is view and share. This is really being able to share this product information. Lots of people need information to do their jobs, whether it's manufacturing, needing to pull up drawings or pull up a spec, or it could be somebody in a supplier site. But this really is the opportunity for the software to help companies create ways to share that information in many different ways. And the last is to collaborate, and that's obviously related to viewing and sharing, but this is really where we're also going to take feedback. And maybe it's going to be redlining or markups, those types of things, so that we can actually improve designs and make them better. So in terms of the business value, I thought I would actually just pull out a quote from the report from Michael Romer. I thought he said it really well. He talked about the importance of making good decisions and doing that early. And that's really what design review software helps companies do. And in turn, by making those decisions right up front, it saves in all sorts of issues downstream, and it leads to better quality, better speed, higher productivity, and lots of other great benefits. So with that, it's important to get the right software. And as I mentioned before, it's not just about the software. Obviously, there's a number of capabilities, and both technical and functional, that you need to look for in the software, but you need to go beyond that to service. How is the software going to be implemented? How is it going to be integrated? CAD integration, for example, is extremely important in visualization, making sure that those integrations are frequently delivered from your vendor and that they're accurate and they work well. Also, the vendor themselves, how are they going to support you? What are their characteristics? Because you want to find a partner that's really going to help you in this strategic process. And finally, special considerations. There are always special considerations for different kinds of software. The two that we point out in this report really are size and complexity. And it's not even necessarily the size of the business or the complexity of the business. It's really the size and complexity of products. If you've got very large, complex products with lots of assemblies, sub-assemblies, lots of parts, oftentimes you need to be really careful that your software is going to be able to scale, to be able to create visualizations from that quickly on reasonable hardware, but also do that in a way that is easy to view by others. So let's go into a couple of the other areas. Obviously, software functionality and capabilities are important. We broke these down into the 4 sub-processes that I mentioned before: create, analyze, view, share, and collaborate. And there's a series of requirements in the document itself. In fact, there's some downloadable spreadsheets that you can use on your own, and obviously probably modify and add some of your own ideas to it. And these are key things to look for when you're evaluating software. So obviously, starting with the product is going to make a lot of sense. But there are a lot of differences in service as well. And one of the things that I think is very important, this is actually a quote from the paper that you're seeing here, is implementing the software on the server and on the back end may take a little bit of time, and that might be okay. Of course, we all want that to be as smooth as possible. But this is something that's going to reach out to a large audience of people. They're going to be executives, they're going to be customers, they're going to be suppliers, and in that instance, the support and the ability for companies to easily get that information without having to search for search for a viewer or search for something, they're simply not going to do it. So for this process to work efficiently, it really needs to be seamless for the users. So there's a lot more in the report. Let me end with just a few key takeaways though. There's a lot of business value available from design review, and getting the right software, the right vendor, those are really going to be important. So I think it's, again, important to focus on a combination of factors, and then also make sure to hit those special requirements. There may be also special requirements by industry. For example, some industries have rules on ITAR, for example, what can be exported. Those are things that you should look for specifically for your business as well. So thank you for your time and attention. I hope this was valuable to you. Please feel free to download the report, and I look forward to continuing the conversation on my website, on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you'd like to talk. Have a great day.